anyway, going back, we also have many different species of crocodiles there. We have a known species called Woodbine asucus, which is only 2 meters. Full adults is 2 meters. There are other crocodiles that are, and creatures that are going to be named out of the Arlington Archosaur site that I can't comment on right now, but there are other ones. The most recent one that we've named out of the site is Scolomastax. I discovered this one. Went down there one day, I was there late, and everybody else was digging, and I said, well, I'm just going to work this spot kind of away from everybody. I came down and I started hitting little plates, little crocodilian-like plates, and a lower jaw, and some other things. And what's important about this thing is it's right here. This is the companion poster that goes with that one. They named it Scolomastax salstini. I used to call it Little Nipper, and I forgot about it because I collected remains parcels of, I think, 2 of these. And I just boxed them up, sent them to the museum, and forgot about them. I did my field notes and everything, which I had copies of. Museum calls me 10 years later and says, how many crocodiles did you find in 2009? I said, oh, gosh, I don't know, lots. And they kept saying things, and I said, oh, you must be talking about that Little Nipper one. And they go, well, we don't know. We don't have the field notes. We lost them. So I had them, so I sent them to them, and they ended up naming it after me. Now, what's interesting about this guy is there's evidence that he was an omnivore. So he ate plants and meat, okay? So his back teeth are like molars in our mouth, okay? So this made National Geographic online. So I'm pretty impressed. For something I never really talked about to anybody until all of a sudden they get around to doing it. Some of the casts that they look like big donuts, big powdered white donuts that we use burlap and plaster and stuff. What I did years ago is I started leaving notes inside some of them. Okay? Things that said like, if you're reading this, I'm probably dead. Because that's how slow you guys are. You know? But anyway, so that's Scolomastax. This is a reconstructed skull of Deltasuchus, the new species of supercroc that we named after Austin. The official name is Deltasuchus motheralli. We always liked his last name. I think it's Dutch. But anyway, basically Deltasuchus motheralli, loosely translated, means the mother of all delta crocs, because in that pile of bones there are also juveniles, hatchlings, all growth stages. Every creature that we've recovered at the Arlington Archosaur site has the complete ontogeny, is what it's called, the growth. So we have those records with everything else. Okay? All right. Arlington Archosaur site is also one of the world's largest dinosaur cat litter boxes. There is poop all over this place. And we can actually identify some of it as to what kind of creature pooped it. But anyway, there is a lot of the stuff. We open them up, and sometimes, 3 times in my life, I have opened up a poop and found a tooth in there, a crocodile tooth. In all instances, that what happened was it was feeding, one of its teeth came out, it went through the magic journey, and then it was out there, and tooth in a poop is most excellent. I get really excited. Regular pooping. But anyway, that's kind of an overview of what's happened at the Arlington Archosaur site. There's a lot more. But Discovery Channel did a special one time down there in the spring of 2010. Okay, been a while. There's a new dinosaur trackways. Dinosaur trackways are found in North Texas. They're somewhat common, the amount that we know about. A lot of them are on private land. We've documented a lot of them out in the Weatherford area. Springtown is the latest one. In their city park, there is a very complex dinosaur trackway which contains the big sauropods, the long-necked dinosaurs, okay, like Sinclair. Paluxysaurus is what we call that, okay? There's a new name for it, but I'm waiting until everybody settles down for all. I'm going to call it Paluxysaurus until the other name catches on. But anyway, we worked with the city of Springtown, and at the Pro, we did not have the manpower or anything to document those trackways, so I turned it over to the curator at the Whitty Museum in San Antonio. He's also on the Archosaur staff, so he's one of our paleontologists. So he had two grad students. It was perfect, and I think they brought out the mask with lasers, and they scanned it so they could recreate it with a 3D printer, the whole trackway. Anyway, this is Lake Grapevine. We're permitted, Kenny and I and our team are permitted to work with the Corps of Engineers land in North Texas. So that gives us an advantage on finding stuff sometimes. But that's Lake Grapevine. These ripples are in the front room. This shows you the direction of the water flowing into the delta. And there are many in-place slabs in and around our Arlington area that look just like that, but they're too heavy to pick up. Okay? This one would have been underneath the development of Viridian. I removed that before the housing started going. Anyway, Lake Grapevine, another protohadros was found by our team member, Brad Carter. This is a femur. How it works with the Corps of Engineers out at Lake Grapevine and Louisville and all those lakes is we have to go to the Corps office, we check in, say we're here, we're out there working, and if we find anything, we have to go back to the Corps office, bring them in, they document them with their cameras, we do too, we fill out some forms. They usually just assign it to the Pro and then we remove it to the museum. Sometimes the rangers and stuff out there want to keep the bones there in their conference room. That's where it's at, right there. So they can look at them for a while before, because they're interested. There's Brad Carter. There's the third person in our group. That's the jewelry salesman. I love his shirt. At the bottom, I think it says, "All my friends are dead." Brad's found a new species of fish. I forget what they called that fish, but since we're men and we're not very creative, I said, let's just call it Woody for the Woodbine Formation. Okay, Woody. Brad has found, anybody know what a coelacanth is? Long thought to be extinct fish, bony fish, found in Madagascar. They live for a long time, supposedly, and Brad has uncovered coelacanth material here in Arlington, which is ancient coelacanth. There's Protohadros olivia riding on her full-size animatronic Protohadros olivia dinosaur. Only a dad could love that face. What happens is the dinosaur company in Allen, Texas, we worked with, Derek Main and I worked with their sculptors to make a sculpture of what we thought Protohadros looked like by the bones and everything. Then of course they enlarge it and make it move, and then we get to go and ride them. So we get to ride all their new dinosaurs. They let us borrow them. Not this one was in the Arlington 4th of July parade last couple of years. Anyway, that's kind of it. Anybody got any questions?
Thank you. Yeah.
That was the story.